Children, in the previous class we have seen what is light, then what are the properties of light, what are the instruments based on the light. Now we have to see human eye. Human eye also work like a camera. Here too, the lens, this is the important part. How we are saying convex lens and concave lens. Here the same like here lens is the main objective which help us to see the nearby objects as well as far off objects. So we have to see in the lesson properly. First, before getting into the lesson, we will see the human structure, human eye structure. The eye is protected by three layers, that is sclera, retina. Sclera and retina. In between, what is the lens? The lens is the main part. The lens is covered by ciliary muscles. What's the special property of ciliary muscle? It can easily relax and contrast. So whatever the objects may be, either it is nearby or farther, you can see by the action of ciliary muscles, the lens can work according to that and we can find out the object. Then cornea is the three layers I said now. One is cornea, other one is sclera, retina. Then iris is the soft muscle which is in front. So this is iris. Next to the lens, the first thing is what? Cornea. This is lens. This is crystalline lens. So light can penetrate through that. This is ciliary body. Ciliary body is the capacity, I said already, easily relaxing and contrasting. Pupil, and the inside the thing, pupil is the sclera, it is the outer cover. Retina, where we got the image. This is the optic nerve which carry the message. Optic disc and optic nerve. These are the parts present in the eyes. Let us go for the lesson. The eyeball is approximately spherical. The human eyes are most valuable and sensitive organ. There are 5 sensitive organs. No? One of the sensitive organ is what? Eye. So they are the gateway for the vision. The eyeball is approximately spherical in shape. Spherical means what? Round in the shape. 2.3 centimeters in the diameter. So this thing we have seen means how much it will be? 2.3 centimeter. Okay. It consists of a tough membrane called cornea. First one is what? Cornea. This is tough membrane. Tough means hard it is. So it is the protection of the eye. It gives the protection. What's the function of cornea? It gives the protection to the eye. Sclera. Sclera. The tough part is what? Sclera, which gives the protection to the eye. Already I said the inner organs are protected by one layer, that is heart, we have seen pericardium, lungs, pleura, like that. Eye is protected by sclera. This is the tough membrane which protect the internal parts of the eye. Important points I said cornea. So cornea, iris, lens, ciliary body, ciliary muscles, pupil, retina, eye lens. We will see what are the parts. Sclera, this protects the internal parts of the eye. Next to sclera, we have to come for cornea. Next to sclera, what is it? So we have seen what is the function of sclera. It gives the protection to the internal parts of the eye. This is, next we have to say cornea. Cornea, what's the function of it? This is thin and transparent layer in the outer surface of the eye. It is the main refracting surface. Here, the light penetrates through that only, refracting. As soon as we got the objects from the object, the light enters into our lens. It refracted on the retina. Okay, so this is the refracting surface. Cornea is the refracting surface. Iris, it is the colored part of the eye. Iris is the colored part of the eye. It may be blue or brown, green, any color it may be. Every person has unique color because Indians means we got one eye color, cornea color. Then American they got other. Cornea color depends upon their nativity. Light entering into the people like camera, a small hole is there in between camera aperture. So this is in the cornea. Okay, through that it enters. Then pupil, it is the center part of the iris. It is the pathway to the light to the retina. So where we got the objects? On the retina only. This is the back surface. Retina is the back surface. Here retina is there. Retina is the back surface. It is the most sensitive part of the eye, where the image is formed in the inverted, then real and inverted. Then after that, this optic nerve, when the optic nerve is there, no, this gives the clear position of the image. Ciliary muscles, I said already, eye lens is in between the ciliary muscles. It helps to change the focal length of the lens. So what are the things I said? Sclera, it is outer cover, outer tough cover, it protects the inner part of the eye. And next to that cornea, I said this is in front of the eye and it is the refractive index of the eye. The lens through the light pass through, and ciliary body, it holds the lens. Because of this capacity only, because of the relaxing and contracting capacity, you can see the nearby objects as well as farther objects. Iris, which gives the dense color thing to the eye. And optic nerve, then the image we are getting on the retina, that may be real and inverted image. The inverted image can be rectified by optic nerves, okay, working of the eye. The transparent layer of cornea bends the light rays to the pupil located at the center part of the iris. So finally, then through the optic nerve, the image can be rectified, and finally we got the thing. Then this, whatever this may be, either nearby objects or farther object. Nearby object, the distance is 25 centimeter. Nearby objects can be seen by 25 centimeters, and farther objects, that is far away object, infinity. We cannot say what it is. Certain distance, no, you can see that. So this nearby object and farther object, the ability of the eye lens to focus nearby as well as farther objects, called power of accommodation of the eye. That is important. What is power of accommodation of the eye? That is the people, with the help of ciliary muscles, they can see the nearby object lens. They can see the nearby objects as well as farther objects. That is known as what? The capacity of the lens is known as power of accommodation. The far point, I said, near point is 25 centimeter, far point is infinity. So normally we can see the nearby object as well as farther object. For some persons, they have the defect, they cannot see the nearby object or they cannot see the farther object. And some people, they cannot see neither nearby objects nor the far off objects. This and all what? Defects. So now we have to see, what are the defects of the eye? We have seen what is eye, what are the parts, how does it function to us. Now we have to see what are the defects, how can we rectify. So what are the defects of the thing? First one is myopia. Next one is hypermetropia. Third one is presbyopia. And the last one is astigmatism. Okay, yeah. First one, what I said? Myopia. Myopia, it is otherwise known as short-sightedness. Short-sighted. So, for these people, what's the defect? They can see the nearby objects very clearly, but they cannot see the far-off objects. They can see the nearby object without any stress, but far-off objects they cannot see. So, what's the reason for that? This is because eyeball is lengthening. Okay, yeah, eyeball is lengthening. They can see the nearby objects very clearly, they cannot see the distant object because of eyeball lengthening. Then focal length of the eye lens is reduced. Focal length is reduced. Okay, yeah. So, hence the far point is very infinity. So, what are the defects myopia? They can see the nearby objects very clearly, they cannot see the far off object. What's the reason? Because of that eyeball is lengthening. Either the eyeball is lengthening or else the focal length will be reduced. Due to this reason, instead of retina, the image forms in front of the retina, not on the retina. Actually, to get the clear image, the image should be fall on retina. But here, the image will be got in before the retina, so the person cannot see the far off object. So this can be corrected. This defect can be corrected by using concave lens. Okay, yeah. Is it clear? So what I say? Myopia is otherwise known as short-sightedness. Here, what's the reason for that? The eyeball is lengthening, or else the focal length of the eyeball may be reduced, and it can be corrected by using concave lens. Then hypermetropia, this is just opposite to that. This is short sight, mean that is long sight. Here the people can see the far off objects clearly. This is long sightedness. Okay, yeah. The people can see the far off object very clearly. Nearby objects they cannot see properly. This is because maybe the far off object is infinity, no doubt. But nearby objects, how many centimeters I say? At least 25 centimeters. It's below that. This is opposite reaction of myopia. Here eyeball is shortening. Eyeball may be shortening, or focal length may be increased. Okay. Shortening of eyeball or focal length may be decreased due to that. Focal length may be increased. Focal length may be increased. Because of this reason, the person can see the far off object very distinctly. Distinctly means what? Clearly, he cannot see the nearby object. So this can be rectified by concave lens. Next one, presbyopia. What is presbyopia? Due to age. This is after 40. Generally they used to say no. 40 years certainly we have to use a spectacle. Even you are missing a 40, certainly you have to go for 50 like that. So when you are getting old, our eye lens has become tired, and so we cannot see the nearby objects as well. We cannot see the thing properly. Sight is not proper. This is otherwise known as aging. Due to aging only. There is no other reason. Presbyopia only for the aged people. Aged people, they could not see. That eye lens has become rigid. Ciliary muscles become weak. What's the reason for that? I will write here. Due to age. That ciliary muscle, because of the age, over age, ciliary muscles are weak. Ciliary muscles are weak. Eye lens is rigid. Rigid means what? Strength eye lens is rigid. These are the reasons. So it's otherwise known as age hypermetropia. It's otherwise known as old age hypermetropia. Clear? The next one we have to say, the last one is astigmatism. Last one what I say? Astigmatism. Astigmatism, it's a defect of the eye. They can see neither nearby objects nor far off object. They cannot see both the thing. So such defect can be used by using bifocal lens. This can be rectified by using bifocal lens. Astigmatism, this may be heredity. Heredity. Inheritance means what? Maybe we would have got this character from our parents due to heredity, or else because here I cannot see the parallel and horizontal line. Parallel lines, that is parallel. Horizontal lines, this like this means this is horizontal, this is parallel. So they cannot see the parallel lines as well as they cannot see the objects which are placed on parallel lines and horizontal line. This is due to heredity. I said here the structure of eye lens, the structure of eye lens is imperfect. What's the reason for that? Eye lens is imperfect. Okay, yeah, not perfect it is. So because of cataract also they got this. So this can be cleared by cylindrical lenses. 5 more questions it is clear. So this is what I said, 5 more questions. So you have to compulsorily structure of eye, 5 more question. So everyone must know to draw and label the parts. I said already, parts you have to label like this. So after that 5 more question it is for working of structure of eye with the working. That 5 mark question. So then and then you have to learn. Then after that what I said, we have to say like this. That is, what are the defects of the eye? What are the defects of the eye? There are 4 defects I said. One is myopia, short-sightedness. Other one is myopia, hypermetropia, presbyopia, astigmatism. So myopia, what I said, is otherwise known as short-sightedness. That is, what's the thing? The people can see the nearby objects clearly, they cannot see the farther object. So this is because of, what may be the reason? Because eyeball is lengthening or else focal length is reducing. Due to these 2 reasons only, it can be rectified by concave lens. Then hypermetropia, this is quite opposite to that. This is known as long-sightedness. That is, the people, those are having this defect, can see the farther objects very clearly, they cannot see the nearby object. This is because eyeball is shortening or else focal length may be increased. So this can be rectified by using convex lens. This is concave and this one is convex. Then presbyopia, this is due to the age. Aged people almost they got, because ciliary muscles may be weak or else eye lens is rigid. This can be corrected by using bifocal lens. Then astigmatism, this is entirely different. This is due to heredity, inherent capacity, that is from others, from the parentage you are getting this, because what's the reason for that? Eye lens is imperfect. So it can be rectified by cylindrical lenses. So what are the 4 defects of eye I said? Myopia, hypermetropia, presbyopia, astigmatism. Here we may expect 2 more questions. What are the differences between myopia and hypermetropia? Clear, children? So shall I go to the other part?